December 9th, 2021 will never be forgotten by people who lived through what meteorologists call the most destructive December tornado on record. For more than 200 miles, the superstorm left a mile-wide path of destruction across Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, and Kentucky. 71 tornadoes recorded, with winds up to 190 miles an hour. At least 90 people died, and the damage could easily top $4 billion. One of the worst twisters scored a direct hit on the little town of Mayfield in southwest Kentucky.
For 1 minute, I thought perhaps we've escaped. Perhaps it's passed over the top of us. It lifted, but immediately the fire chief called and said it had hit the fire station. It was bad, bad were his words, and he couldn't even get his bay doors open to get the emergency vehicles out.
Right as the storm was approaching, another family came and was beating on the door, and so our highest ranking officer got that family in, and he was sucked down the hallway into our conference room, was able to recover and get into the basement as the storm came over the building.
These people were barefoot. They had walked across glass, down power lines to get to where there was a shelter. They had lost everything. When the sun came up the next morning, I couldn't believe what I saw. The houses looked like they were paper. They just battered paper with matchsticks strewn all around. The devastation was absolutely incomprehensible at that time.
Graves County, Kentucky has had a county-wide disaster response team that's gone all over the country helping out in other disasters ever since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. But this time, the disaster came to them. And as the scale of the disaster became clear, something amazing happened.
People began helping people they probably had seen all their lives, but not a friend to, but it didn't matter that night.
Penny Wade Smith owns a small business near the heart of Mayfield. While her building was spared by the storm, her neighbors weren't so lucky.
A lot of people just shell-shocked, just kind of walking around, not knowing what to do. Where do you even start when everything you see is destroyed? You know, the first day, you just feel so overwhelmed. How in the world can you possibly help? And then the idea just came to me, well, you help the closest person to you.
Before the storm, Penny avoided the people living in the bad neighborhood near her business.
One of the things that the tornado did was it blew down my privacy fence. I took that just as a sign that I needed to get out, and these were people, and get to know them and help them, and they were my neighbors.
Penny and her husband started collecting supplies for the neighborhood.
Canned goods, food. This is our coffee station. This is stuff we just put out every day.
And God has used the crisis to not only draw the community closer together, but to teach Penny a valuable lesson.
I've always kind of thought I was a compassionate and kind person, but I think this whole storm and the tornado has made me realize that I probably wasn't as kind to some people as I should have been. I realized that God loves everybody exactly the same, and I should too.
From Mayfield, Kentucky, I'm Chuck Holton for CBN News.